Alright farmers, it's Tuesday the 29th of August and we're back with some mods. And today's video is sponsored by our farm investor Clint Bauman. Thanks for joining Andy's farm. So first up is Machine Barn. This is by Vertex Design, 5.62 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and on the buildings and sheds. 51.5 grand to place down. And as the name would suggest, it's a barn. Fair enough. Obviously store your stuff in. Equipment, tractors, bales, pallets, whatever you want to use it for. There's no lights, so it is what it is. Just made of wood. Being said though, it does look great. I mean, those beams, arches, whatever you want to call them, they look ace. When you go up to it as well, the detail on the woodwork. Yeah, very nice. Well, next up is the Lizard LD5 150. This is by Grubby, 7.85 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it, as you can imagine, on the trailers. So it starts off with a 7,500 litre capacity, 15 grand to buy. You can then change the configuration from standard to extension, puts up to 9,000 litres, and then back to standard again. We then got decals, old, new, or old. Fair enough. Rear lights, let's spin it around. So we've got 1, 2, or 1. We've got work lights, no or yes. Then got main colour. Let's go with the usual. Does the main colour. Design colour, we'll go with the purple so it sticks out, does the frame. Decal colour, we'll go with purple again, match it up. Does the decals. And then rim colour is obviously going to do the rims. Nice little trailer for knocking around your farm. And next up is Small Front Cultivator. This is by Michu77, 5.07 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find it on the cultivators. Now, obviously, it being a front cultivator, it's going to be on the smaller side, 3 meters. But that being said, though, it's got a 3-point hitch on there, so you could put it on the back if you wanted to, if you got some small farming shenanigans on the go. Yeah, that's to sort you out nicely. 60 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 9 mile an hour working speeds, and it's going to cost you 6 grand. That's well cheap. Then you've got the main colour. We got that, so we'll go for a red. Oh no, I've done design colour. There, that's better. Main colour. We'll go with that one. Does the main frame, and obviously design colour does the rest of it. Oh, I like that though. Very nice. Right, next up is the Class E 025. This is by AAA Modding, 6.58 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under Forage Harvester headers. Now, it's a 5 meter working width, 10 mile an hour working speed, 15 grand to buy. You got the option there of attacher type, Class Jaguar 930, 980, or the 682 900. But like most things in this game, it attaches to whatever you want. So just go for it. You then got rim colour. Obviously, it's going to do your rims. So it's red or white. Fair enough. Now, this is going to be a mower, so if you're looking for something else, yeah, this is not a thing. If you want to cut your grass with your forage harvester, this could be right up your street. Next up is the Mayor Weight Pack. This is by Agrar Design Austria, 2.59 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find these underweight. So we've got the 3 here, the KB80, KB145, and the HG1500. Alright, fair enough. Going to this one first. So it's going to cost you 2.5 grand to buy. It's 800 kilo as standard. You can then change that up to, what's that saying, 1 ton? Although 800 plus 250 is 1050. But alright, fair enough. We then got the second one, the KB145. So it starts off at 1.5 ton for 3.5 grand. Adds an extra 450. That's alright. Adds 400 on the left hand side. But alright, carry on. Then we come out of that and we're going to the last one, the HG1500. So 1.5 ton, no options on this one, 3.5 grand to buy. And that being said, weights are weights. If it keeps the front end or the back end of your tractor down, yeah, very nice. Right, next up is on the website as an update, but the update is console release. So we're going to take a look at it now. So this is the Lambert 8024. This is by Agri Design Modding, 12.49 megabyte on the download. And yeah, it's a trailer and it's going to be found on the trailers. So 25,500 litre capacity, 41 grand to buy. You can then change that up to 35,200. You can also change it again to 43,100. That's massive. Well, on the height anyway, that's ace. You then got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Come down to box, you got without or with, puts that little toolbox on the side. Fenders, with or without. Fair enough. You then got without wheel lock indicator or with. So puts those around the wheels there. So it tells you that you've tightened the wheel nuts up properly. Oh, that's all right. You then got main colour. It's obviously going to do the main colour. And that's your option. That being said, though, that does look nice. Yeah, love it. The last mod for the day is the John Deere 6170M. This is by Dintsey. 39.09 megabyte on the download, and this has got a ton of options on it. So you're going to find it under medium tractors. It's got 175 horsepower engine, 26 mile an hour top speed, 92.5 grand to buy. You then got under engine setup, which is a little strange. You can change that, but it just changes the gearbox, so it's not really an engine setup. But all right, fair enough. It is what it is. Wheel brands and tyres, you've got the usual shenanigans, but as you've seen the thumbnail, we come down here, we got some twins on, and we go through it, and we've got these. That's awesome. Look at the state of it. Brilliant. You then got cabin lights, standard, additional, premium, additional and premium, all of them, or back to standard. So yeah, chuck the extra lights on, why not? Interior setup, we'll zoom in a little, let's get a better look at it. We'll go for it about there. There you are. So 2011 with backrest, 2011 with eco shift, 2011 backrest and eco shift, 2016 backrest. Yeah, you can see where this is going with eco shift and backrest and eco shift back to 2011. Oh, fair enough. Then fenders, no, front wide, front and back wide, front wide and back wide, or none. We then come down to windows. So front window, we got standard, panorama window, openable, and standard. Now that openable is not actually openable. It's just the standard, the design of it all. You can't actually open it. So just bear that in mind. You then got selective control valves. These are around the back like that. So it comes as standard as 3 pairs. You can have 4 pairs if you wanted to, or back to 3. We then come down to beacons. So we've got none, left, right, both, or nothing. Then come down to Starfire. Now, obviously GPS is nothing on console for us, but there's loads anyway. So we've got a holder, 3000 plus GS 2630, 6000 plus GS 2630, 4640, RTK plus other stuff, 7000. Oh, it's carrying on. It's carrying on going. There's like, I'm back to nothing. So the top one is the 7000 plus RTK plus the GS 4640. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of Starfire receivers. You then got cabin controls. You got standard PTO. Now, these are interesting. If you go over to the rear arch, see that there, just to the left of the light. Put that on, PTO there. That's in real life, what that would be is you can operate the PTO from outside the cabin. That's ace. That's ace. I mean, you've got the PTO version there. You've also got a premium, which just adds a bit of extra buttonage, I suppose. But that's brilliant. I've seen that on one of the farming programs that I watched. That is ace, or like that. And then we come down, we've got roof setups, we've got standard openable, which is not openable, panoramic openable, which doesn't open, and then back to standard. Then we come down to front mounting. So we've got the 60, 360, 560, 760, 1010, 1150, 3-point with a PTO, and then back to 60. You're going to go with a PTO on the front though, aren't you? Let's face it. Then we'll come down a front loader attacher. So we've got we've got a steering knob, which is actually on the steering wheel. Zoom in a little. There you are, just puts it on the left hand side of it. We then come down to John Deere again. We then got Quickie again. Hauer. How many Hauers we got? That's 2. Oh, only 2 Hauers, and then back to nothing. And that's your options. That being said, though, there is a ton of stuff on this. I mean, that does look ace inside as well. I mean, with the twins all round, oh, love it. Got a few updates as well. We got Barman Cowshed by Mr. Grutcher, the Flegel TMK373 by Patrick, the Rotney F20D by HR Forst and Fargzoid Bell, the Case IH Puma CVX175 Stage 5 by STV Modding, the Matt Bergen Landkreis by No Modding. Now, that does say it needs a new save on that one. And the Metaltech TS Series Pack by Matt26. So that's your mods done for you. Why not hit that join button? Come join us on Andy's Farm. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.